then turn it back on because OBS is weird. Right. So now I'm streaming on YouTube, yay, as well, just to celebrate the 100th stream. Thank you. Right. Ulrich, so, okay, we've got the Ulrich, bit of Ulrich Schnauz. It did sound emotive, yeah. I think I need to explore lots of emotive modern stuff because I'm still stuck on the same the same LP from the 70s. The Extremist Journey to Another World. Journey to Another World. Bum-bum. Doesn't look happy, does he? Oh, he's gone. Where's he gone? That was wit. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So it's because I'm hovering over it, isn't it? He's not happy. He is not happy, is he? Anyway. Yeah. Wait. That's no way. Huh. Wait. It's by Ulrich Schnauz. or side A is. Music by, produced by, interesting. We love. Oh. Okay. And that's something from 1996 Jungle that I've never heard before. But it's kind of weird. It's not like. It's not like the Jungle that my recommend engine knows me by now. Like there are other breakbeat bassy tracks that exist in 1996 apparently that I've never heard. Yeah. I mean that this just sounds so soft. Very soft Jungle. And this thing is like, how long is this track? Gosh, that is a long track. From 9 minutes to 21. You do the math. Oh yes, James, nice one. Hey, you've got a serum too. Hey, I see what you've done there. I see what you've done there. You've got it. You've sneaked it somehow. You've done a thing, and that was that. What am I doing now? I'm gonna play. So I made this. I can't remember what changes I just did, but I've added. You might recognize this track, yeah. Whoa, what the that's a bit choppy, isn't it? So I added a very different. I brought the snares back in that were missing. Did I save it though? I think I did. Yeah. You recognise it instantly. I'm also trying to think of a clever way of releasing my tracks because the options are one single a month on everywhere. Bandcamp, charge on Bandcamp, Spotify, blah blah blah. Release them as Creative Commons, like under a Creative Commons license, an attribution license. It's interesting. It's interesting looking into Creative Commons. For free, yeah, just like releasing for free under Creative Commons, so anyone can use them with attribution. Is your Bandcamp in your bio? Yeah, you go. My link trees are there, and you'll find Bandcamp in there. Yeah. What else? Other ways of releasing? Just fucking dump it, like, or just not even. Just put it all out. Just put it all on like SoundCloud with free downloads. But that might increase my followers on SoundCloud. But thanks Hammerday, and thanks user. Gosh, punched a small hole in my wall when I found out who you were. Oh my gosh. I hope it was only a small hole. Punched a hole, yeah. What with the hole punch? After I found out who you were. I mean, like, are you? Is your hand okay? Like, I don't need to get hurt. What you got going on here then, Stefan? Stefan Bass. So, I've just added this. Oh no, Smams. But, well, I hope it gets well soon. It's the first time anyone's ever done that. When they found out who I am. So this is more like melodic intro that I've done there. I don't know if it matches up with the drop. I only play Ableton on the keyboard. A bit of guitar. I don't really pick it up though. It's there somewhere in this room. I think I do want to feed a guitar into the computer again. That's fun. Make some textures with it. I can just about play a chord and figure a chord out, so if I know what chords the project keys the project in it might help. I only play the keyboard. X. So we didn't have this before, this bit. Second drop is coming. Oh shit, I see what's happening. Needs to go there. Oh no, wait. that's yeah, it's a two-part. So I just recently added these like today, these melodic bits here. Carty, can't say I do. Thanks, James. Yeah, the slow. It was meant to be options, you know, like it was just gonna be the speed it started out, where it's just like a pounding. It's that's kind of the concept is it's pounding your brain quite fast, but it's dubstep, so it's quite slow. But in the second drop, yeah, the variation is I think it's more like dubstep, isn't it? The bass, the speed of the bass kind of matches up with the yeah. So that's as far as I did. That's what I did today. I added a new intro because it's all this stuff here, which is the intro, the end of the first drops, and the kind of the build up before the next drop. I say it's a build up, but there's not like a big drum roll or anything. There is this little snare roll here. Oh, I need to silence. Yeah, I need to silence this track. Starting the intro as well. So I want dead silence just before the drop there. Dockbound by Moody Good. What I'm really interested in is tracks that sound like it, or like any of my tracks, because I think that helps me to understand what I've made. Like I don't really. It's good to have something that sounds like it, because then I need references to mix it, to listen to try and get balanced tracks. Oh, the snare build feels like that's wait a minute. So rock round Moody Good. Yes, I did, MJ. That is interesting. It sounds more sophisticated than mine. And it's 10 years old. That's really interesting. That's good. That's good to have that. Thank you for recommending that. Yes, that's an interesting question, MJ. I did have Off You Not, as in DJ Sai, Slipmat, and all those Brisk, and was Doc Scott on there? I can't remember. Rama? No, Rama. I had a lot of off, happy hardcore. Because there's another off, that's possibly not as old and might be a completely different thing. Jay from In Between is destroying the daffodils. Was that you who suggested it? I didn't click the link because it's in the bloody TikTok comment. But I went digging for that sample, and there's a couple where I didn't know which one you were. Was it you or someone else was referred to? It must have been you because you wouldn't be saying it. So yeah, the daffodil, because I was saying what should sample should have put in the D&B tune. When you hear similar rhythms, yeah, it's very different, yeah. But I can see it where it's similar. It's like it's like thud, but it sounded a bit cooler than mine. Still, I'm gonna finish this one and release it. It's not gonna stop me. The drop really. Okay. Grew up on me uncle's off. Really? No way, Brisk. Yeah. Oh no, there's so many good tunes. There's so many tunes that people don't know. And it is happy hardcore. You have to tune into happy hardcore, don't you? If you put happy hardcore on, after like a couple of tunes, you're in then, aren't you? Like you just lock onto that the thudding kind of. It's like it's a frequency, isn't it? It's a kind of energy. And once you're locked in, then you can enjoy the music more. But yeah, we bought years ago. I used to listen to Stu Allen, and Stu Allen used to actually play some of the CDs sometimes on a radio show, as well as doing his own mixes. And I discovered a lot of music that way. I got into D&B listening to Stu Allen play because he started off on old school hardcore, then went into D&B, but he'd also play a bit of the jungle that was coming up, that was like around, like the odd jungle tune here and there. But yeah, Off You Not is like pretty much all happy hardcore in it. It's like all 4/4. Yeah, like I feel like this snare roll here is a bit. It's a bit. I don't know. I don't want it to be massively. I don't want a huge snare roll. I just want like something that's telling you something's coming. Oh, that's one. I had one job, and that was to silence this choir. I'm gonna do that like that. Oh, never get used to that. Okay, there's another thing that needs silence, and it's this. Still can hear some kind of. It's probably that, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So this has to go silent too. Especially with the silence. All right, thank you, James. Lying Cloud. How to make this effect that camera follows your mouse. There's a tutorial on TikTok and my YouTube of how I've done it with OBS. OBS. Yeah, it's pretty much covers everything. one thing I would do is one thing I didn't mention. Is this? Oh, what is it now? Well, I'll show you. Follower speed. You won't put that really low, otherwise it's too. See how I've got this lag when I've moved the mouse. It kind of like gently follows. It doesn't follow my fast movements. So you want the follow speed low, otherwise you'll just make everyone sick. I've made a few people sick so far. Yeah. They said it took days to get out of the corners of the screen. They were drinking milk as well. It's just, the smell. Favorite artists from other genres? Any rock? Yeah, like I've slowly gotten into. I mean, I was into Nine Inch Nails. Like my friend, it was like my friend would be listening to rock music, and then they started listening to Nine Inch Nails, which was like a crossover into, I'm into electronic, they're into rock, and then they played Nine Inch Nails, and I'm like, holy shit, I can listen to this. I really like this. And then from there, yeah, I've just over the years gained a big appreciation for rock, like, classics. Nirvana, Queen, bands like that. Like music that everyone loved going back decades. And more people loved than electronic music, even though there's so many electronic music lovers going back decades. The ones, the hit songs that got played on the radio, it's like they've got kind of universal appeal, haven't they? There's things in them that made them number one or whatever. What favourite artist? Don't know. Nirvana's awesome, man. Can't think I can't think of any names right now, but all the usual ones, basically. What about you, MJ? So do we need to cut this at the end? So I'm in the very ending phases of this, but I decided to add a completely new. It used the intro and these bits at the middle and the end used to be like kind of just like scary atmospheres, but to me it wasn't enough. It didn't. See, it's an artistic decision that's a really tough one because it changes the track. All right, Pex. It changes the track a lot, having quite a strong melody compared to what was there before. It's more like a theme, and it changes the feel of the track when this track is supposed to be about this hard pounding. So it's going from this like soft, kind of like melancholic thing into. So I don't know if it works, and I might be fucking up by having it, but the worst thing is I can change my mind and turn it back. That's the worst thing. You'd think that'd be a good thing, but it just is going to mean this tune's going to take longer to get released. So I'm going to fade that bit out anyway. How am I going to fade it? Usually with a utility, so it doesn't interfere with anything. Use this one at the end. Show new lane. Zappa, yeah, that's someone I've never properly got into. Yeah, I don't think I've heard enough of Zappa. Is it weird? I would like it. Yeah, then this weird. I was saying this about Frank Zappa. I've seen him say loads speaking and saying loads of wise stuff. You know, like draw the music. Draw the music with visualizers. No, I haven't really. I can't say I have. I've seen things. I like music, like sort of generators, aren't they? That's how I see them as generators. Nothing wrong with generators though. Because you just like you can just curate the output, can't you? Um, but yeah, there's like loads of mad, weird, interesting ones out there. But yeah, I'm trying to think who are the rock that I like. I kind of got into. See, I like listening to Six music, and that's introduced me to so many like indie kind of um, where it's a bit of rock and it's a bit of I don't know. It's not even pop music. It's called indie. Um, but I've got a lot, but yeah, it's not rock though. Another one is what the fuck are they called? Plug-in baby. Well, that's not my favorite track by them. I think it's gotta be No one's gonna take your life. It's an intense. Muse, that's the one. They've got the old guitars there, haven't they? Doing the rock thing. Just cassettes, yeah. Yeah, I'm in an unfortunate position where I have a Technics cassette player that I don't know if it works or not, but it looks like it's in good condition. I sold the amplifier thinking I could just use the cassette player on its own, and it turns out you need the amp to to feed it 25 volts AC for it to work. And you can't buy a 25-volt AC power adapter for, well, not for a price I'm willing to pay. You probably can find one. So I'm like, do I have to? Do I mean, have you either got to sell it or and buy something else that can play tapes? Because what I want a tape player and recorder for two purposes. One, to play all my happy hardcore tapes into the computer, because I've got a box full and I want to archive them on YouTube. And the other is to do a bit of, sound recording with tapes, because that's how I used to record stuff. That's how I used to record my mixes, and then I'd go out in the car to my mate's house and listen to them on the way and be like, ah. So I do have a few cassettes with some really old music, with my really old music on it. And it's just gonna sound like me 20 years ago. All tape players I like that. Always in that stage where you don't even know if they're gonna work. Yeah, I mean, I would love to buy just a brand new tape deck, but like a pro one. But they're like silly money, and I want them to be as well. I want them to be because I want to play the tape back with the absolute minimum whirl and flutter. You know, I want it to be a constant speed. um, which is you know, engine from an engineering point of view, it's quite hard to do, and it's expensive. I wouldn't expect to get good results from a temp with like a 10 quid one, but if you're into destroying your audio, a 10 quid one would be fine, wouldn't it? Just put some strings, record strips like a string chord onto tape, and then sample. You can play it back, sample it, and you've instantly got this like texture that you just can't get. I mean, you got like tape plugins, but when things go out into the real world, it has this like blessing of the infinite grains of the universe, and then you record it back in. It becomes this totally unique thing. But yeah, I've got this massive tape deck up there. I don't know what to do with it. I might be able to get 50 quid for it, and then I'll have to probably spend at least 100 to get something that can do what I want it to do. But yeah, fuck Technics. Technics for fucking not having, like, they've obviously done that to make you buy the amp, and they've done it so I don't know why they've done it. It's like one of those things. It's like Phase Plant. Phase Plant selling I don't know, a fully modular synthesizer that has all these patches in, but you have to buy. But it also has effects in that you can use, but you can't edit them, and you've got to buy extras. It's like that. It's a bit like that, where you've got to pay money to use stuff that you thought you bought and you own, but you don't. And that's why Serum's going to come out on top again, because they didn't charge for add-ons. They just did an update, and there it is. Right, you got a job, bro? Yeah, I got a job. Answering messages about whether I've got a job. No, I have. It's one brand that's good. I mean, Tascam, yeah, Tascam. They know how to make steady. I mean, you've got to have a steady tape to do thing, you haven't you? Dash ADAT that recorders, like they had it in college. They must be pretty steady to record that amount of data. Like 8 channels, was it? 8 channels at once on a camcorder tape. So it's only that thick. It's like twice, maybe three times thicker than the cassette tape. And it's recording 44.1, 16-bit. It's probably 24-bit, wasn't it? So that's quite a high data rate. So they must be good. So yeah, surely Tascam wouldn't put out a shit thing. 4 tracks, yeah. Sexter, how you doing? 4 tracks on eBay. That's hot. 4 track. That's how I would be. That's how I would be making music if I didn't have a computer. If computers were like banned, destroyed by a solar flare, I would get anything that makes a tone. Can't see myself doing anything else really. Yeah, guitar, voice, things that go ding, things that go boom, just like, yeah, on a mic, and just record it all into a 4 track and get creative with it, bouncing down and stuff. Having that restriction is sometimes a blessing, absolute blessing. You can use your headset. How's your finger? Okay, that's what you want. Hands free. You can flap around. You can flail around unrestricted. So this track is now, I'm going to bounce it. I think everything's in order. There's something I always have to check every time, especially after a crash. I'd have to check. I think I already did this, but I'll do it again. That Duck Buddy is working, because sometimes it stops working. So let's see if it works. Yeah. Is there anything else? Controller games. Oh, nice, yeah. Skidulus. How are you doing? Good evening. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever taken apart, like, I used to have a Pioneer tape deck, like a really old Pioneer tape deck. And I might, they're even available to buy for not that much money, like 80 quid refurbished. So I might just get one of them. But I used to have one of those growing up, and that's where I recorded most of my like mixes from the radio. Ryofu, hi. And then one day, I think something went. So the thing that goes on a tape deck is the little rubber roller that you can see. That's, I think is it feeding tape or pulling tape past the tape head before it goes back into the cassette. I think it's pulling it, isn't it? And that is, if you open one up, you'll see this is what I saw. You know, I love to open shit up and it broke it. Is it a pinch roll? It's got a fucking name. Of course, it's got a name. And behind it is there's the chunky motor. You know, it's like fucking that big. And it's attached to sort of like a flywheel, and on that flywheel is like a rubber band that attaches, I think, to the pinch roller, and also attaches in some way to the winders, because obviously they've got a wind as well. The winders, there's probably a name for those as well. So when you compare the sound of that and how it records like a nice recording, like not very, it's still wobbly a bit compared to like a Walkman. You can see why Walkman plays it back more wobbly as well. It adds its own wobble playing it back, doesn't it? This motor, battery powered motor, is it kind of, a motor's like 3. Is it 2 or 3? Like so it's got to spin really fast, otherwise you'll hear the it goes at different speed. It doesn't go at a constant speed. It kind of goes. So to solve that, you need like a flywheel that's got some momentum, and even though the motor's tugging them slightly and wobbling a bit, the flywheel just sort of goes, yeah, I'm not moving, I'm too big for this. So, but anyway, the thing that went on the Pioneer is the pinch roller. It just went super shiny. I think loads of the tape had rubbed off on it, or it's something happened, or I fucked around with it so much that it just got too slippy, and yeah, it stopped working. It just, I can't remember if it started screwing up tapes, or I tried to fix it, and that's why I opened it, and I fucked it up. Started taking things out and going, that's not going to fix it. I have no idea what I'm doing. So that went in the bin, unfortunately. If I'd kept it, I would have been able to fix it one day. Hi, Brother Baz. All good here. Just talking about tape decks, old tape decks. You know, like separate tape decks, and how good they are compared to like tiny things. I don't know. There's probably like a really good recorder on the market that isn't that big and still has that, you know, like motor design has come a long way. Maybe there's like maybe they can put out a really steady talk that doesn't wobble these days. I don't know. Oh no, that's yeah, that's bad, isn't it, when that happens? Beach Boys as well. Beach Boys are amazing. Like, I wasn't really into them, but my mum would listen to it, and the sound, just those harmonies, the vocal harmonies are amazing. And just the vibe of their music, just like Shiny Blade. Thank you for following. Corin, hello. All good here. How are you? Sick tape that he's changed the pitch of the tape. Oh my gosh, that is sick. Yeah, I did actually modify an old Walkman to have. It wasn't a proper Walkman. It was, don't know what make it was. I might even still have it in a box. Um, there's like a speed adjust variable resistor inside a tape deck, so the factory can adjust it just before it leaves the factory and get the perfect pitch. So yeah, it doesn't want to be turned many times though, which I have done. Oh, did that help me? No. Release date. That is a good question, Corin. That is a good question. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this track yet. Did I render it yet? Did anyone see if I rendered it? Because I've forgotten. Let's have a look, see if I did. It's not in there. Done. Wretch. 6 minutes ago. Oh no, and yeah, I haven't rendered it yet. Right. So I've made some modifications to the intro. Big modifications. Too much work. See, does the intro even matter that much? It's all about that drop, but it doesn't sound like party music anymore now that I did this sort of like melancholic kind of sounding chords. I don't know. Have I wasted my time? We'll find out. I might put them on the. Oh, I don't know what to bloody do. Every time I increase the options, and this is why it's hard. Things don't get released because I get really close to the end. I've mixed and mastered it to the best of my ability, and then I go, oh, maybe I should put a different intro on it. And then once that happens, you essentially you've made 2 tunes. You've got 2 tunes, and then which one do you release? That's like, well, pull my hair out. You've turned the 1210s up so they go faster. Oh, nice. That's a nice mod. I think they need it. 12%. No, 8% isn't enough, is it? I didn't actually have 10x. I had sound lamps. Always this time, yeah, around this time. Sometimes they start at 10 and finish at midnight. That's the ideal, because I don't really want to. If I stay up past midnight, my head caves in eventually. 8%, yeah, it's not enough. Not enough to do like crazy mixes with crazy music that shouldn't be played fast. Where you want to mix into D&B, so it has to go faster than 8%. Otherwise, you're going to be pushing it with your finger, aren't you? See you around, MJ. Thanks for the chatting. Thanks for hanging out. It was good, mate. Nice one. Yeah, release date. This year. Before autumn. Yeah. This one. Because this is the one this is like the flag. This is my favourite one out of them all because of it sounds different. It doesn't sound like anything I've ever heard before, and that excites me. That when I make something. I mean, it could be shit. That's the thing. You can make something that sounds like nothing else that exists, and you think, yay, it's really innovative, and people love innovation. But no, there's innovation, and then there's like it could be innovative, but still some shit. I know that James likes this, and I like it. I played it. I played it out. I played not this version. It's changed now, which is another like alarm bells should be going off for me there, because I've already played the version which doesn't have this intro, and there wasn't enough people in the room to gauge whether it was a hit or not. I think you need to play it for a whole year in many different venues across the country to decide that. So, Fiorini, thank you for prompting the spacebar. It was, oh sorry, screw under the platter. Is that all it is? Is that all it takes? It's that simple to do. I feel good about Serum 2. I've used it in this track actually to do an intro. Different intro. Yeah, so when I played it out, I think there was people moving around to it. I just want to. You don't know how good a tune is, do you? Until it gets played by, I don't know. Until the DJ with a good music taste says, "Yeah, like yeah, I'll play this. I'm gonna play this," or "I've played it and it went off." So it's funny, innit? Because once you made a tune, well, it should be done. Then you should fucking say it's done and not touch it again. You then gotta like send it to loads of people and say, Um, you know, what do you think? And if they've listened to it, they might say, oh, they'll either say something or they might not say anything. They might just not like it and just can't be asked writing an email, or they might not even listen to it, or they might listen to it, send feedback. That's happened to me. Rarely, a couple of times, maybe more than that. A tiny bit of feedback. And then it's taste as well, you know, like, Brother Baz, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, Serum 2 is awesome. Yeah. Serum 2. Right, so I've rendered that now. That's one job done, but that's one like positive thing that's I've done today with music. I've got to update the thing. So what version is it? 73. 73. How did we get so high? So I'm Soothe 2 off. Oh wait, did we turn it on again? We might have turned it on again. Soothe 2 just, yeah, it is back on actually. Just gives a bit of snare, bit of room, because it's on a side chain. Still think he needs to go on the side path and make some dance tracks. Oh yeah. I think you mentioned that a while ago. Ableton. I'm waiting for the new Ableton update. It's in beta at the moment. Some really nice features. But I'm gonna wait. I can't be bothered. I mean, I would. I've used beta versions of software before, but I'm not in a mad rush to get this latest version of Ableton. I'm already on 12 though. Make some D&B. So I was making some D&B the other day. Do you make D&B, Ryofu? I can't remember if I've probably heard your stuff. Do you post to your TikTok? Favorite Aphex song. Oh, yeah, I must have seen your stuff then. Favorite Aphex song. Kind of like the new ones now a little bit. I mean, obviously, Come to Daddy is just like, oh, I'm window licker. I can't decide on a favorite because then I like Radiator from Saw 2 as well. So, but Earth Portal from like a few years ago, and it's pretty epic. Like when you realise that he's still got it after all these years. That's one of those tracks. Nice. I look forward to hearing them. My Sinkhole's Mouth. Yeah, it is. No, the outro to that tune is beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, it's epic. I will listen to that after a night out. Yeah, it was. I slept on someone's floor, and in their lounge, and in like a shared house, and my mate. I hadn't known him long, but he came down in the morning because he couldn't sleep, and just put some Aphex on, like, and that track was kind of good. The way it just the beats fizzle out at the end, don't it? Yeah, it's great, masterpiece. Babylonia. How do you like it? I love it. I love it. I've used it to make a new intro for this track here. Posting more tracks soon. Yeah, I didn't use headphones for a month. And then listen to it. Oh, right. Yeah, it's intense. It's what you want, isn't it? From a good music should have effects, shouldn't it? I mean, like D&B, when it's a genre, a dance genre, it's a bit more. It's a bit different, isn't it? It's a bit of a different emotion that it's trying to get you excited to dance, but music that isn't immediate like genre music, I think it's got to make you feel something. And it's hard, it's difficult to do because you could just play sad chords like I've just done in this intro. Um, I don't know whether I'm going to even keep that intro. It was more like an exercise, really, because I just wanted to see. As you can see, three instances of Serum 2 there. It's really good. Bogdan Brzezinski, yeah. Underrated, yes. Definitely is underrated. I've not heard much beyond his stuff from like a long time ago. But I do follow him on Instagram, so I'm a fan. But I feel like I've got a lot of catching up to do. But his stuff is, yeah, like really melodic, but it somehow draws you in and hooks you in. Yeah, it's a bit unusual, isn't it? There's see IDM. I love IDM so much. I tried to make it for years. I still do. I still do sometimes. I try and make just no rules kind of stuff. But not having any rules sometimes means it's too open ended, I think. And then I wonder about these artists like Aphex, Bogdan, and even Boards Canada. I mean, I think Boards Canada's rules are sample, you know, videotapes from like Canadian film boards, and oh yeah, and like all that weird cult stuff. They've got some rules there that they've, well, at least for a few albums. Yeah, I think if you just have a rule, like all this dubstep I created, the rule was I've got to make everything at 140. What came out was mostly dubstep, but I'd made a bit of 140 jungle, and I made uh, something that's got some elements of dubstep, but it's more like a synthy dub track. It, yeah, good. Yeah, it's good to have a few rules as long as you stick to them for a bit. Igloo Ghost. I've never heard Igloo Ghost. Of his old stuff. What would you recommend of his old stuff? I've got like this giant thing of to listen. Yeah, so I've got to listen to Igloo Ghost. All right. I haven't heard Igloo Ghost enough to know, but I will listen to that because that's unusual. I used to listen to it. Still exists as well. It Click Up, Lick, CLIQHOP on Soma FM. It's been going for a long time, that radio station. And when I used to listen to it, I used to have like 50 listeners, like less, and then it's got up to like 50. And then I listened to it like last year the first time in ages, and it's still only got 50 listeners. It's underground as you can get. It's just like I discovered a lot of Aphex and Borders of Canada and Square Pusher tracks on there because it's kind of like glitchy. It's just weird glitchy stuff, mostly glitchy stuff, like clicks and pops and beeps. And I just love how obscure it all is and how, barely anyone knows about it. And I try to make stuff like that as well. So Igloo Ghost. We quit for a long time. Thinking of You by Thinking of You, Thinking of Me. 3 minutes. Oh. Alright, so that's the name of the thing, is it? Right. Reflex as well. I actually sent demos to Reflex. I did send quite a few demos to Reflex on CD, yeah. Never heard a thing back. You gonna see him live tomorrow? Nice. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Like, I've only just heard a bit of one track there, but that sounds good. Different. All I want is to be by your side, but you don't care. Great. Opinion on Crystal Castles. The guy did bad things. The singer got abused by the guy, basically. So, but that doesn't change the experience I had listening to, that they're probably the track that everyone knows, not everyone, but their main track that, the one that I'd put on. And that, because you can't just erase those those memories you have. And before someone gets cancelled, you've already made memories with you've shared the same universe with that music, and it's had an impact. So yeah, I can't remember what it's called. That Crystal, what they're like probably their first hit. I think the singer is trying to put them up under a different name or something, or she's still going, yeah. You heard that too lately, yeah. But yeah, like those. I was going through, when you just go through things in life, and you have these moments where things aren't going your way, and then there's pieces of music that you sort of remember and associate with those times. Powerful. That's the power of music, isn't it? Oh, okay, Alice Glass. Right. Well, you should try. It's hard, isn't it? If she's having to produce herself, I don't know. You need her, yeah. Get a different producer or something. I don't know. It did have a distinctive sound. Yeah, makes you wonder though. I mean, like how many artists out there like you don't know anything about their private life at all, what's going on behind the scenes, and you don't need to know. But then years later, someone will tell you, and you're like, oh shit. Well, I still love that track, but oh well, a good example of that is actually Gary Glitter. So I wasn't massively into Gary Glitter or anything, but my cousin was really into Rock and Rolling Christmas by Gary Glitter. Obviously Gary Glitter was um, did like pedo stuff, and he was in the media, and so everyone knows. So like, yeah, nowhere will play his music anymore. You know, and there's other people in the band who, you know, have had their careers ruined because of it. And but yeah, my cousin, he still plays rock and roll in Christmas at Christmas time because he loves that track so much. You know, he's not because he's not gonna let some cancellation get in the way of him enjoying that piece of music. Distinct, I don't know. Distinct. Loads of music that I don't know. Tons and tons and tons. Jimmy Savile. A school trip, fucking hell. Yeah, dangerous. Dangerous man to be around. But I'd love to work with. I mean, you've got to have. It's like a band, really. Like, I'm sure that Crystal Castles were. Well, they were obviously like forced close by the guy, whatever his name is, forced to be physically, like, you know, and traps. That's you can't really get much closer than that. Awkward though, very awkward. Um, but what I'm saying is, you know, if you're in a band, even if it's two people, you kind of want to live in the same fucking town. Like, I think you're gonna have way more success if you can just walk for 5 minutes and be at your co-musician's house. And you know, because then if even if you've got an hour free time, you can just walk around and go strum some stuff, sing some stuff, practice some stuff, and then go home and do that every day. And then, so yeah, I mean, if I was to like propose a collaboration with any singer, it would just be like a one-off, wouldn't it? Um, it would just like a something. Um, yeah, collaborations. That's why I've not done one. Just really awkward. Like, I don't like chatting over text. And this is different. I've got Discord. We do a little bit of chatting on there, but it's not like usually when I'd rather, yeah, all friends on Facebook Messenger, I'd rather say when are we meet up and then chat endlessly and not want to go home because I've got so much to say, so much fun to be had. But I know other people who can just catch up on Messenger. I just can't do it. Anyway, um, that just played on its own. That was weird. It is, isn't it? Yeah. All I wanted to do is be by your side. Why does that keep playing? That's weird. Probably wondering where he got those drums from in 1999. Still don't know. Still sound amazing.
わかりませんよ。君が悪いか誰が悪いかわからないんだ。君がいいかどっちの方がいいかわからないんだ。どういう風に食べた方がいいかわからないんだ。どういう風に話した方がいいかなんかわからないんだ。僕が悪いか何がいいか
No way.
誰が悪いかわかるかだから悪いというか誰のため何がもっと大事なことあるか何がもっと大切か誰のためやった方がいいか何の時代のためやった方がいいか何のことやった方がいいかどうしようか誰とやろうか会おうか話そうかラブラブしようか諦めようかいや始めようか
I feel like it's not over yet. Is it a fake ending? Was that the end? That's it. No. I think I remember hearing this, and it made me go, I can make music too. Because you know, you just need a drum beat and bass and some synths and your voice. What came out was nothing like that. But yeah, it's inspiring. Yeah. You can do like weird, beautiful music, intriguing, just with that. Don't know. Can't say I could do the same thing. You know, it's do my own thing. Right. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to listen to the rest of these tomorrow. Moody Good. And Ulrich Schnaus as well. That was a good recommendation when I started the stream. Drums. What drums are those? What drums? What, that was in this track? I don't know. No idea. Sounds like a recording of a real drum kit, but he's, as with most pieces of music, they're like big or famous. It's usually sampled off another record, an old record, an older record. Usually. Anyway, thank you, Shin, Babylonia, Koran, Brother Baz, you were up there, Ryofu, thank you, and Fiorini, MJ, who's gone now, Shiny Blade, thanks for following. I don't think I thanked Shiny Blade, I don't remember doing that. Sexter was on. Who's that? You got a job, bro. Great question. Pex was on. Lion Cloud was on. I don't remember Lion Cloud. I don't think I've seen Lion Cloud before. But yeah, and James. Yeah, awesome. Thanks everyone. See you maybe tomorrow. See how it goes.